Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining this live webinar, Save Money and Time with Educate Online, language courses, university access courses in the US, the UK, and Canada. If you are interested in university access preparation courses, language courses in the US, in the UK, and in Canada, and if you want to know more about costs of life and opportunities in these countries with Educate Online, this webinar is for you. My name is Hugo Bustamante, Recruitment Manager for Global Studies. Global Studies is an educational agency which helps you with all the application process when you want to study abroad. We have different destinations, for example, the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Spain, Denmark, Lithuania, Holland, Ireland, Malta, Cyprus, and others. If you want to apply to study abroad, contact us. You have here our WhatsApp number, our email address, and you can have your free assessment. Today, we will be talking. Don't forget, I want to tell you, to follow us in our social media. You can follow us in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find us as Global Studies. And today, we will be talking about Educate Online. And we will have our special guests, Nataliia Shutova, Head of Agents Relations, and Alexander Zheltov, CEO and founder of Educate Online. Hi, Nataliia. Hi, Alexander. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Hugo.
Hi,
It's
Hugo.
a pleasure to have you here with us.
Likewise. Today. Likewise. Thank you so much for having us. And we're excited to tell what we have to offer to students from Bolivia.
Perfect. We have a short video to introduce our audience to Educate Online. So we go with it.
Hello, my name is Alex Zheltov, and I'm the CEO and founder of Educate Online. We have a vision that high-quality school education is available to kids from all over the world, basically zero-border education. That's why we work with the world's best schools from the UK, Canada, and United States that offer their programs online. We teach kids from the age of 4 until the age of 18. And so far, over 2,000 students from all over the world have decided to experience high-quality school education through us remotely. We currently offer 4 types of programs, and the first one is ESL, English as a Second Language. It's fit for all levels. For absolute beginners, it's also good for those that want to get conversational with native speakers or prepare for an IELTS or a TOEFL exam. The second program is subjects, both core and electives. There's more than 200 subjects to choose from, including maths, science, social studies, psychology, artificial intelligence, coding, and many others. The third program is part-time and full-time studies at international schools, delivered online to your door. And the fourth is the online foundation or a pathway program that allows kids to get prepared for their college or university and also to secure a guaranteed admission offer from the world's best universities. And of course, work placements for high school and university students in our partner companies. These can be both internships during the summer or full-time positions. As a result, the kids are happy and well prepared for their international future career. And the parents are happy and proud of their kids too. We invite you to share our vision of zero-border education and start a conversation with our team. It's time to educate online.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Alexander, for that introduction. And we have here your presentation, please, to talk us about Educate Online and the different options that you can offer us, please.
Thank you so much, Hugo. It's a big pleasure to be here, and I've referred to kids when I did that video, but we do understand that all kids are students, and that we don't only work with kids, we also work with students aged 18, 19, sometimes 20. So we're good good to go there. And to start the conversation today, I just wanted to share a bit of my personal journey in education, because I'm originally from Moscow, Russia. That's where I was born. And luckily, my parents, they have a very big value for education as a whole. And they have sent me to study in the UK, US, and Germany. And I've experienced amazing studies at boarding schools as well as at universities. And when I came out of university, was CUS Business School in 2012. I was thinking, how can we make this sort of high quality of education accessible to students all over the world? And we found a way to make it happen via online delivery. And if you're watching us now, dear parents and dear students, that means that you have the right tools to study online. So that means you have a computer, or you have a laptop, or you have maybe a mobile device or an iPad, and you're good to go. So these are the exact tools that you need to study online. And on the previous slide, we've shown our mission. And our mission is basically to make high quality school education accessible and to get the students to the best universities possible, and actually to prepare the students for their onward journey. As when the university comes, there are a lot of new things, new subjects, and everything. And what we see is that all around the world, the current schooling system doesn't really get the students ready for their onward journey. So that's why we're here, and we're very keen to serve you. And now I'll pass the microphone to Nataliia, who will walk through her bio as well as the agenda of today's conference.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Nataliia,
Thank you,
I just want to remember all our audience that if they have questions, you can write down your questions during the presentation, and when our guests will finish their presentation, we will answer your questions. That is just that. Thank you,
All
Nataliia.
right.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Nataliia. I am head of Agents Relations in Educate Online. And my main, let's say, task, my main responsibility is to explain to our agents, explain to our families and students who come to us from all over the world what kind of programs we offer, what are the opportunities available, and basically, consult them with the further journey that they can have with us. So myself as well, I got a chance to study abroad in Hungary, in France. I didn't have a chance to go to the United States or Canada, so it was closer to where I'm from. I'm from Russia. And I can definitely say that, having the experience of studying abroad, having this knowledge of being an international team, it's quite beneficial for your professional and for your personal growth. And now, as some of the restrictions, or there may be, different reasons for not be able to travel abroad, and that was what we offer in Educate Online is the opportunity to study online, to have the same experience, to meet the students, to make friends from all over the world, and even broader. Like you can make friends from Asia, or I don't know, Africa or Latam, from anywhere, and it's great because that opens you the world, it opens you the gate to the further investigation or exploration of other countries. So yeah, let's move on to the agenda. So why Educate Online? We're going to tell you a little bit more in details what we offer and what kind of benefits you can pursue with us. Also, we're going to explain you how the student journey looks like, because we understand that it's important to see the step-by-step journey that the student will have when being enrolled with us. We're also going to touch on schools and the pathway programs. Today, we're going to talk more about the ESL courses that Alex already mentioned, and also some pathway programs with the destinations of of your interest and of the destinations that we offer. And we're going to finish by the enrollment process, just to give you a brief look of what kind of documents and what kind of procedure we follow, so you aren't scared when it comes to it. So let's move on. I'm gonna pass the microphone to Alexander, who will introduce a little bit more of Educate Online and tell you about the benefits.
Thank you so much, Nataliia, for the great introduction of the agenda for today. I also can promise to all the attendants today that we'll have a special gift for you at the very end, so stay tuned. And this way you'll have a special gift. And what is that gift? You'll get to know at the very end of our presentation. Talking about the hub, Educate Online basically does two things. We either work with schools that are very established in the online education already in their countries, and we make them go global and build the whole process for the students and for the schools, as well as the IT software to run on, as well as we take schools from offline to online. And that means that there are very well-established schools all over the world. And due to COVID, as you have probably experienced, it was very hard to move around the world. And now there are opportunities to not only study offline in some of our partner schools, but also to study online or to do hybrid programs, which means that the students can study at first online and then transition to offline as well. We have three main study destinations of the world, and one is the United States of America. We have two schools there. We have one school in Canada at this moment, and Canada is seen as one of the friendliest countries for immigrants or for international students. And we also have two UK schools present. We also work with Crimson Education Global Academy under our umbrella. It's a New Zealand school that teaches the students in two educational systems. One is the United States system, and the other is the UK system. In terms of our benefits, there are many. One thing, of course, is that you can study and complete high school courses or preparation courses online at the comfort of your own home before you travel to the country. And I receive quite a lot of calls from the families that have studied already at Educate Online and then transitioned to offline studies. And they're just very grateful for the fact that when the students actually come to the country, they're well prepared, adapted, they knew the English really well, and they know also the subjects that they study really well prior to coming to the country. There's flexibility in the programs. You can do just one subject, can be English, can be maths, can be science, or can choose from a variety of more than 400 subjects that we have on offer. And we're always building the curriculum to enrich it as much as possible. There is variety, and that's also about the subjects and the programs which you can do. We have ESL prep, we have the subjects which you can study, just one subject which you can choose, or maybe you'd like to complete a high school diploma in the United States or in Canada, which will allow you a better entry into the universities of these countries. We have engaging classrooms with class sizes ranging from one student up to 6, 7, 8 students maximum from what I've seen. And the average class size, even the biggest schools, is 6 to 8 students. In terms of the international qualifications, if you've heard about GCSEs and A-levels in the UK, yes, you can do them. If you want to prepare for SAT in the US, yes, you can do that too. If you want to have a high school diploma or do the advanced placement subjects in the United States, you can do that with Educate Online, as well as, of course, the OSSD, the Ontario Secondary School Diploma from Canada, which you can also get with Educate Online. We also prepare the students for IELTS, TOEFL, and Cambridge exams if needed. At the same time, in order to do all this, we need the highest quality of teachers possible. And that's why we have over 1,500 teachers that are available to Educate Online students. And the good thing is that you can study at your own pace and at the time when you want to study. If you want to study in the morning, it's good. If you want to study during the day, good as well. If you want to study in the evening, also possible. For all the students, we provide quick and frequent feedback. You always have access on the LMS platforms to all the subjects that you take, where you can see how are you progressing in that course. And every 6 weeks, you'll get a detailed report about your progress. In terms of affordability, we are saving the families and the students a ton of money, because when you go to study offline at a boarding school abroad, it will probably cost 30, 50, 100,000 US dollars per year, depending on the school. And when you study online, you can do that for just 10, 20, 30% of the total cost. So this way, you actually save more money to invest it as the next step with Global Studies UK into the university and to get the highest results possible. In terms of guaranteed K-12 admission, we are non-selective. That means that if you have C grades, you're good. If you have B grades, you're good. If you have A grades or A-star grades, you're good as well. And we work with every student just to make sure that every student gets to the highest level possible. And that makes us quite unique because if you look at other schools in the segment, you'll see that you need a certain level of grades, or you need this, you need that. We prepare a study plan for every student to make sure you have the highest results possible. In terms of guaranteed university admission, we currently have more than 80 university partners all over the globe where we can admit the students with a guarantee into the first year. You can apply to any university in the world with the credentials that you'll receive from Educate Online. And at the same time, you have the guaranteed admission. So you have at least a safe choice of university or college. You can also learn soft skills like communicating with peers from all over the world, because we organize different things for our community, such as speaking clubs, different events. There will be a Halloween event coming soon. It's more for the younger kids. But the thing is that when you study internationally, you'll meet people from different countries, and it's always good to engage with them as early as possible. In terms of the benefits, basically, you can see them on the screen. I'll touch, because I can talk for hours, so to say, I'll touch on the main things. One, of course, is the communicational skills, because you're watching this webinar in English today, and I congratulate you with that. But the skills, how to speak, how to listen, how to actually make friends, how to build the relationship with the teacher as well. That's very important when you study abroad. You'll get these skills as well. Of course, time management is essential. And now, after COVID came to our planet, everybody has a calendar that basically, if something is in the calendar, we do it. If something isn't in the calendar, we don't. And you'll learn how to manage the time more effectively, as you'll have some studies which you'll do online. And this way, you can actually balance the activities that you do offline and the activities that you do online. And one thing, of course, to add is that some students study full-time with Educate Online and some students study part-time. Both options are possible. Of course, computer skills and teamwork, especially international teamwork, these are additional benefits. And one thing is that when you get to the university level, I always thought, based on my personal experience, that I'll come to university, and I was studying in Cass Business School in London, which is now called Bayes Business School in London. I always thought I'll come to this university and they'll help me with everything. And when I came into the auditorium of 300 students, I was like, okay, I need to understand what to do here, how to solve problems, how can I actually help myself, and how can I work with my peers, because the lecturers or the deans of the business school, they of course want to help all of us, but they don't have that much time to help all of us. So this way you'll learn to solve different problems and challenges yourself, as well as in your class in a team. In terms of our exclusive services, we also have an add-on. So if you want to go to a very top university, or if you want to go to a university where we can guarantee the admission, we'll provide university counseling. So when you go actually to a boarding school abroad, what you see there is there is an office of the university admission counselors, and we have that as well. And we will work very closely with Global Studies UK to make sure that every student that enrolls with Educate Online actually reaches the goal to get to the desired college or university. It's also possible to combine offline and online, and we are going to show you one of the schools where you can study online English as a second language online at first, and then you can come there to the UK offline during the summer period. And in terms of robust extracurriculars, we have different social clubs and speaking clubs which are available to Educate Online students. So this way, you'll not only learn and study and gain new skills, but you'll actually meet new friends, and you'll just enjoy your time and actually progress in terms of your personal growth as well. In terms of our university acceptance, what we've seen so far is that 100% of all Educate Online graduates get to a university or college. We will strive to do our best to actually have this sort of level as the next step. In terms of partner universities, we actually have more than 80 right now. And these are universities in Canada, such as University of Toronto, Ryerson, Waterloo, York, universities in the UK, including the university which I've been to, US universities, as well as New Zealand and Australian universities coming very soon, and lots of European ones. And of course, the credentials which you receive, they're recognized all over the world and can help you with the admission to graduate or postgraduate courses. And now I'll pass the microphone to Nataliia to explain the student journey at Educate Online.
Thank you, Alex, for such a detailed presentation of Educate Online. I guess now all of you have an overview of what we offer and what kind of opportunities are available. So talking about the student journey, as you can see, there are like kind of 6 steps, and we always start with a trial lesson. So we're going to talk about the trial lesson further during our presentation. But basically what it is the lesson with a teacher, with a native speaker, who's going to test your English level. So basically, because we understand and we work with students from all over the world, and the most important thing that we want to make sure is that you're prepared to continue your studies abroad and you have a sufficient level to understand and feel comfortable when you basically enroll into the program or when you start studying the discipline. So a trial lesson is a great way to also be introduced to the online world in case you haven't been introduced before, or you had the online experience but it wasn't the way you expected. So this is a great chance to get you motivated, to show you that the online education can be fun, can be engaging, and can actually be a good alternative or a preparation for moving abroad. So trial lesson is the first step. Afterwards, after this trial lesson, we get a feedback from the teacher, which tells us and which evaluates your level of the English language. And then we can see what is the next step in terms of, okay, if it's not enough, we can start with some ESL courses to work on your English level so that this way you feel comfortable. And when you feel comfortable, we proceed to the 3rd step or to the 4th. So it's either studying academic subjects or obtaining a qualification. Here we're talking about the OSSD, right? The Ontario Secondary School Diploma in Canada, or we're talking about the GCSE or A levels. So anything relevant to the destination of your interest. And as Alex mentioned a few times already, we also have the university admission. So as the most logical step after basically obtaining your qualification, we are happy as well to consult and provide you the support to be admitted into the university that you want. And as the step afterwards to get the professional experience to make you prepared for the adult world is to encourage you to enroll in the internship. And here we're just going to talk about again with the Education Without Borders, which is available with Educate Online. As you can see again here, there are 3 main destinations that we work with. So United Kingdom, United States, and Canada. As far as I understand, for you guys today is most relevant the United Kingdom and Canada. So as you can see, we offer UK national curriculum, and we also offer the opportunity to complete the GCSE and A levels online at the comfort of your own home. You don't have to travel anywhere. You can complete them in your own pace, and then basically pass the exam at the end. About the Canada, it's the same. So we offer the Canadian curriculum, and then by completing certain subjects, you can get and graduate with Ontario Secondary School Diploma, which will open you the world to the universities as Ryerson, Toronto, Waterloo, one of our partner universities. So here is just a great slide for you to show you again that we work with different ages. Today, our focus is more high school students, of course. And as you can see again, we have almost every school that works with the high school students. So it's if we talk about the UK, it's Inter-High, Tudor, and CGA who offers British curriculum, and then Braemar, the Braemar College that offers the Canadian curriculum. And I'm going to pass the microphone to Alexander, who's going to tell you more about Tudor School and the opportunities that it offers.
Thank you so much, Nataliia. Talking about tutor school, that's one of the schools which we've co-founded in the UK, which means that the school is actually a baby child, so say, of semi-ed summer camps. So semi-ed summer camps have been one of the most engaging summer camps in the UK, admitting over 1,000 students during the summer of 2019. And we worked a lot with establishing the programs in the camps. And what has happened then was COVID. And we came up with an idea that the students can actually study with these teachers online. And of course, the teachers are TESOL certified, the program is Cambridge certified, and it's possible to do the Cambridge or the IELTS or the TOEFL exam as the next step. And we created Tutor School together with SemiEd in a way that we, from one side, allow the students to study online, to build the connection with a teacher, and then when summertime comes in the UK, to actually come to the UK and study with the same teachers offline. So it's possible to do a hybrid program, although that's not obligatory. One of the things that stands out in terms of the organization of Tutor School is the individual approach to every student. Doesn't matter what is your current level, doesn't matter what's your goal. Actually matters so much. But the thing is that Tutor School can work with all levels and can get you to the desired goal in a group or individual setting. We have an opportunity to start to study every month in Tutor School. So the next enrollment date will be in the beginning of November. Then there will be one in December as well. And all the classes which you visit are live classes. So there's no recordings or anything like that. It's a live class via Zoom, which you do twice a week. And then you also have access to the LMS platform, which is like a virtual textbook. And in that virtual textbook, you can do the tasks and see how you progress. So here you see the messages from the teacher, you see the profile of your teacher, you see your classroom, so all the things that you have to do, and you see your grades. And you can see how you progress from one level. Let's say you start with B1 level, and to get into the desired university, you need at least a B2 level, for example. And you can see how you actually progress in terms of that goal. We understand that there are many school options for the students, and in order to find the best perfect fit for the students, we advise to actually get in touch with Hugo and his team so we can understand what are your goals, where are you standing right now, and where do you want to go, so we can figure out the perfect path. If we talk about other schools in the UK, Interhigh is one of the leading online schools of the world, and Interhigh offers an option for the students to study full-time as well as part-time. So you can do not maybe 3 A levels, but maybe if you need to do just one, you could do that as well. It's an option for the students that want to complete A levels or GCSE, so the UK curriculum. We advise the students that if you want to go to the UK, it's best to do the UK system. If you want to do American university as the next step, it's best to join the American school. If you want to go to Canada as the next step, it's best to join the Canadian school. Because when you study online and you receive the qualifications, of course, even with A levels and maybe an SAT or no SAT with the partner universities, or maybe with A level certificates, you can get to Canadian or US universities, but there may be additional requirements which you'll have to complete. So in terms of the format, if you're 15, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, you're all good. And there are 6 entry points throughout the year. So one of the nearest entry points is by the end of October, and beginning of November is also fine, or you can join from January onwards. When you work in a classroom, you'll have live lessons there. And then there's quite a lot of work which you complete on your own, because when you study A levels or GCSEs, it involves quite a lot of revision. But actually, these skills will be essential for university as the next step. One thing to note about online education or distance learning is the fact that online it's possible to assemble the best teachers who can be in different locations and also to offer the greatest variety of subjects. Because when you come to a physical school, you can't assemble the best teachers and the whole curriculum in one physical school. But in online, you can, because the teachers can be in the UK or living somewhere in Europe. And this way, it's possible to offer the biggest curriculum in terms of A levels and GCSEs possible. And now I'll pass the microphone to Nataliia to tell us more about Crimson Education Academy.
Thank you, Alex, for introducing the schools that offer the ESL courses, which is tutor, and also Into High that offers GCSE, AS, and A level. So continuing the topic about the British curriculum and GCSE and A levels, here is the other school, Crimson Global Academy. So again, it's based in New Zealand, but it offers 2 different curriculums in its system, which is very unique. And also, what's unique about this school is that they offer 2 different calendars. So it means that no matter where you are in the world, the timetable that you're going to have, it's going to suit and fit your time zone. So it's going to be perfectly flexible. It's going to be fit your timetable. It's not going to put you in any stress, and it will be more feasible for you to actually combine your local studies and do something in addition to that. So about Crimson Global Academy, this is the global school, and it welcomes students from all over the world. It as well has quite mini groups. So basically on average, you would have probably 8 to 6 students in one group, which is great because normally in a normal school, in a public school, you would have 15 or 20 people. So here they're very precise about giving you the quality education, the knowledge that you might practically use then in your professional career. And if we talk about the British curriculum as well, you can do it part-time or full-time. And it has 2 starting dates. So the one was in September, and the next one, which is very relevant for the LATAM, is February. So if you're interested in taking some A levels or GCSE, it's a perfect chance for you to start soon in February. And if, for instance, you want to work with your English level, so you can start your ESL courses straight away right now, you can think about it. Otherwise, you can come to us and try, go with a trial lesson, and then we can basically advise you on your next step. So as you can see, this school particularly only focuses on high school students, and basically it has a great social community. So apart from the online sessions that you're doing with the teachers, and as Alex mentioned, there's a great chance to be introduced to the teachers with 20 plus years of experience. So they have counselors from prestigious universities like Stanford, and Crimson Global Academy has a tremendous success in top university placements. In case you are interested in applying in some of the top universities of the world, this is the school that can prepare you for that. And to tell you more about the school, we want to show you a little video that will basically introduce the school in more details. So, Hugo, can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen, but somehow we don't see the video, I guess. Maybe we can send the video in a follow-up.
Yes.
Just in case. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, because I guess here, it doesn't work, unfortunately. But yes, we can send you then in the follow-up, not to take some time of a live session right now. But that's the Crimson Global Academy. So to mention about the subjects that are available, as well as Crimson, as well as Into High, all together. Here you can see some of the subjects, and obviously there are many more. So in case if you want to know the full list or the particular subject you're interested, you can always send a request to Global Studies UK, to Hugo or Karen at the email that is shown here on the slide. And you can see that for the AS, A levels, you can take the mathematics, physics, history, business, biology. So all of the subjects that might be relevant when you're applying to the university. And when we're going to move to the Braemar College, I'm going to pass the microphone to Alex to introduce you more of the Braemar College. And it's actually the school that can offer hybrid programs, because you can start online and continue offline. And Alex, please tell us more about the Braemar College.
Thank you so much. I'm an expert in terms of Braemar College because we've done an event with more than 100 participants yesterday night for our community. It was a lot of fun. So in terms of Braemar, it's one of the leading schools of the world, because in 2019, Braemar College, as first in offline school back then, they received the award for the best high school in the world from study travel. So it's a very elite institution. And when COVID came, we got together with Braemar to create the new program called Braemar Live. It's an opportunity for the students to complete either full-time or part-time education in Canada and to get the OSSD. If you are targeting Canadian colleges, then you'll need at least 6 credits additionally to your local schooling to get the OSSD. If you look at the university entry, then you'll need at least 8 credits. And here, of course, the program will be built for you. In terms of the semester length, so in the UK and US, we usually have 18-week semesters. And most of the schools offer, so to say, a very flexible schedule. In terms of Braemar, it's a bit different, because here the semesters will be 9 weeks long. And for every 9 weeks, you get 1 credit, which allows you or your kids to progress faster and to actually graduate quite quickly from the Canadian system. One thing to note is one of the questions I've asked the dean, academic dean of Braemar yesterday was, if the students are 19, 20, 21 right now, they want to go to best Canadian colleges and universities, can they do it? And the academic dean said yes. So the online program can also be joined by those that are older than 18. One of the things, of course, to note is that the program consists of 2 hours of live study for every subject you take every single day, Monday to Friday. So if you combine this schooling with your local schooling, then you probably take 1 to maximum 3 subjects in one given semester. One thing to note, of course, is that it's possible to transition from online format to the offline format, as Braemar has a campus right where the University of Toronto is. I've checked the ranking of University of Toronto today in the morning, and it is the 26th university in the world. And 40% of all students who graduate from Braemar College actually go to University of Toronto. So they're like a brother and a sister. So if you're interested in colleges or universities in Canada, and you would like to be in this wonderful country, maybe to work there as the next step, receive all the residence permits and everything, this is a great way to do things. They also have a semester offline during the summer in Canada. So it's possible to combine online plus offline in any way. But if you would like to travel to Canada actually when you graduate, this is definitely a big possibility, and you can do that as well. I guess all the videos will be in the follow-up. And now I'll pass the microphone to Nataliia.
So the videos that we prepared for you will be sent to you afterwards, after our presentation. And here I'm just going to touch quickly for the enrollment process. So the majority of that part will be taken care of by Hugo, by Global Studies, and by Educate Online, by us. So what we need from you is just your motivation, your enthusiasm. If you want to study online, as Alex mentioned, you just have to have the gadgets ready, your computer or your iPad or something that will allow you to go online. And if we talk about the programs in particular, so again, as we mentioned, we always make sure that you have the sufficient level of the English level. And for the studies in high school, it minimum is the B2 level. So basically that way you will feel comfortable, you will feel sure that you understand the content of the courses. And when you submit an inquiry to Global Studies, make sure you know what you want, or you thought about the destination already that you want to proceed with, or perhaps you already have some university in your mind. If not, then don't worry. We always will make sure, and we make our best to try and help you, to lead you on this path and consult you in a way that will bring you to the university of your dream, or to the university of your field or degree that you want to pursue. So basically, if you know what degree you want to proceed with, or your interest and the destination, everything that you have in your mind, every information will help us to choose the best program for you. For some of the programs, when you're enrolling, we would have to have the transcripts for the past year or two. It's more if we talk about the full-time programs as the OSSD or the US American diploma, but obviously here we talk about more UK or Canada destinations. So as you can see, after attending the trial lesson, we will be able to recommend you on the program, and afterwards all the application process will be taken care of by us. And then when it's already you're close to pursue and start your classes, you can be sure that you're going to be provided with the onboarding or the orientation, because we want to make sure again that you feel comfortable before starting the program or the course online. We make sure that you have your timetable, that you get to know your teachers, and then afterwards that you have all of the information, you will be ready to begin the classes. And here we're just gonna show you some of the students who finished some of the courses, or who have been enrolled with us for the full-time programs. And here we want to introduce you to Camila, who is 15 years old, and talking about the ESL courses that we provide. Here, for instance, Camila is a great example of achieving the results just in 1.5 months. She came with us with a B1 level, and her goal was to proceed to B2. And she just did it real quick, like in 1.5 months. So you can see that whatever motivation you put and enthusiasm, you can do. Everything is in your hands. The teachers are making their best to provide you with the knowledge. The LMS platform that you are in will show you the programs that you're making. So everything is right in front of your eyes. So if you put enough of the discipline, and that's the skills that we've been talking about, that online education is able to basically develop the competencies that might be relevant for you when you're adult. So yes, again, Camila completed her ESL course with us, and she was able to achieve the level that she wanted just in that short of time. And Alex will tell you about the Losha, who enrolled with us for the full-time program.
So Losha is a guy who is a very high achieving person, same as his family, coming from a very successful family, so to say, with a business background. He and his father are always striving for the best in life, and he's currently graduating from Educate Online at this moment, and he has already submitted the applications to the top universities, including MIT, Harvard, Stanford, and many others in the US. And what we see right now, based on his record, is that he will be a student in one of these universities for sure. Due to the fact, of course, that he has excellent grades, but he also does a lot of charity work. That's really important to have a lot of extracurriculars, especially if you go to the United States. He's an active athlete as well, and we are excited to welcome him into one of the best universities in the world already from next September. And now we're doing our best with his family to make sure we get him in. And now, I guess it's time for Q&A. So at this moment, we are very happy to answer questions. And Nataliia, do we have a special gift slide or no? Yes, we have a special gift slide. So to all the students and all the families who are here today, we provide a free trial lesson at Educate Online. It will be a one-on-one English lesson where you will see what it's like to study with the best teachers from the US and UK online. And from the other side, your English skills will be evaluated. So if you'd like to take advantage of this, here's the email, info@globalstudiesuk.com. Reach out to Hugo and his colleagues. And what we'll make sure from our side is to book you in with the best teacher possible, especially for you, because we always ask, what is the student like? What do you want to achieve? So we will get you with the best teacher possible and at a convenient time. So we have quite a big schedule of appointments available for students. So you can do that in the morning, during the day, or in the evening. Sometimes you can do it even at night and during weekends. So we are welcoming all of you to try studying online and getting the best international qualifications that will actually help you as a student or your family achieve your dreams. And now we are open for questions, and I'm very grateful for your time and attention that you took in from your busy day. Very grateful that you've listened to us today. And Hugo, if we have any questions, we're happy to answer them. And thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you, Alexander, and thank you, Nataliia, for this for all this presentation. And yes, we do have questions. And for example, the first says, how long in advance do the students need to register for the courses?
Okay, I'll take this one. So one thing about distance learning on or online learning is the fact that you can start nearly every month. So every month or every 2 months you can start. That means that if you submit your application at least 2 weeks, so to say, before the start date, and the usual start dates are in the beginning of every month, then you're good to go. We can deal with last minute applications as well. We are fine doing that, but it will be not stressful. It will be just lots more work from your side and from our side. But at the same time, our application is very simple. So we are excited to welcome you anytime, and you can start in any month whenever you wish. The only thing is the earlier you apply, the better, because we'll have more time slots in terms of when you want to study available, and we'll have more time to customize the study plan for you. And I hope this answers the question.
Thank you, Alexander. And well, you were talking about more or less the intakes, yes, that you have in the year. Can we please remember that to the audience?
Yeah, sure. The next start date, I think, is the 5th of November, but I might be wrong. Nataliia, please double check that. So there, every month there is a start date. I think it's the 5th or 6th of November in November. Then it will be something like the 5th or 6th of December. Then it will be something like that in January, and then it will be the 5th or 6th of February. So every month you can enroll. But if you're here right now, there's no point to wait, because the earlier you start getting to your goal, the sooner you'll achieve it, so to say. And when we talk about university applications, the season is now live. So the first wave of applications is already on, and we encourage everybody just to get to the goal as quickly as possible. And if you want to be at a university maybe next year or next year, I think it's a great point to start right now.
Perfect. Well, the question says about the courses online, especially for the A levels, for the GCSEs, the certificates that you issue include some body awarding certification, or just from the colleges itself. Who issues the final certificates for A levels and GCSEs?
Okay, thank you so much for this question. I see we have an expert audience today. There are a couple of accrediting bodies for the A levels. It's AQA, Pearson, and Edexcel. So you'll receive a certificate from them. You don't receive them from Educate Online. You don't receive them from one of our schools. You receive them exactly from the awarding body. And the certificates, I think that's very important to mention. Doesn't matter what it is, A levels, GCSEs, the Canadian program or the US program, you'll receive the certificates which are equal to what you could have received if you traveled to the country. So they're exactly the same. It doesn't say online or anything on them. But we advise the students to write in their personal statement, in their essay, that I've studied this program online and maybe I did some local schooling as well. Because this way, the universities will be like, wow, you've done 2 programs at the same time, or you have managed to achieve such a high result and you did it online, right? And you didn't basically wait for COVID to finish, you're right here, right now, a super achiever. So this is actually an additional benefit for the students as we see it.
Thank you, Alexander. And another question about, for example, the students interested in the A-levels. You were saying that there's an internal exam related to the English level, yes? Or what are other exams or proof of English level do you accept? I don't know, IELTS, Duolingo.
Usually, in order to admit the students to A-level or any other program, we have the trial lesson, and then for those students where we need more clarification, we just have a 30 to 60-minute online test. So there's no need to submit IELTS at a point when you start to study. When you graduate, then it depends on the university. So some universities will require the IELTS and TOEFL, but if you study A-levels or any other program, then IELTS will be easy for you. So for admission to Educate Online, there's no requirement, like official requirement in terms of IELTS and TOEFL. If the students already have this qualification, you can submit it, and this can serve also as a proof of English score. So that's absolutely fine.
Okay, and there's another question about the IELTS preparation courses. Maybe how many weeks, for example, is the duration of the course? Which is the shortest preparation period available for the IELTS?
Okay, so usually the students do 18 weeks worth of preparation, maybe more, depending on when you need to sit that exam, and you do 2 lessons every single week. So that means like 36 lessons in total. But the good thing is if you study one-on-one, then you can do these 36 lessons not in 18 weeks, but you can have 3-4 lessons per week if you need to pass IELTS at a certain level rather quickly. So this is also another option which is possible to consider. So it's all very tailored for the students. Sometimes the students might say, I just need a couple of lessons. Maybe I don't need 36, I need 18. That's also fine. But from our experience, 36 lessons is good enough preparation for the IELTS or TOEFL exam.
Thank you. And for example, if you have a student in the UK that has 4 GCSEs and that wants to add extra GCSEs modules, what will be the requirements to register for these students? How many additional GCSEs could they take, for example?
Mm-hmm. In terms of the GCSEs, usually the students do like 5, 6, 7. It's important to do at least like 4 or 5. You can choose the amount, which is good. When we talk about A-levels, 3 is good for the UK universities. When we talk about GCSEs, 5, 6, 7. It depends on how much time you have and you can invest into this. And sorry, Hugo, what was the second part of the question?
Yes. What will be the requirements to register for these students? How many additional GCs could they take? Well, you already said that.
Yeah, basically, they can take as many GCSEs as they want. The requirements for all middle and high school students is at least a B1 level of English. So if you don't have a B1 level of English and you come to Educate Online, we'll get you ready for English first for some time, and then you can start the academic program. Otherwise, it's hard to understand the content, especially at A-levels, at GCSEs as well. The content can be quite rigorous. And when you study GCSEs and A-levels, you actually sit the exams. They're internal exams, and depending on COVID, basically in the last 2 years, the exams for the internal, the results for the internal exams were considered the final results for the A-levels. But if the UK government announces that the A-level exams will be taking place, then we will register you at a local test center to actually sit the exams, and we take care of that.
Thank you, Alexander and Nataliia. And we have no more questions now. I really want to thank you for your presence with here today, for answering these questions and presenting the students all the options that they have with with Educate Online. And well, thank you for this this gift that you are giving to the people that it was watching our webinar. And well, thank you really for this information. And to our audience, Educate Online is waiting for you. If you are interested in studying with them, do not hesitate to contact us. Contact Global Studies, and we will help you with all the application process. Well, thank you all the audience for being with us. Thank you, Nataliia. Thank you, Alexander. And we will see again in another broadcast, I think. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a lot of fun to be here, and we're excited to serve students from Bolivia. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.